Hello, everybody. My name is Aiden Espinosa, and I am auditioning for Little Webs by Gabby Gilbride. So yeah, I'm just going to start off reading excerpts. All right. Masturbate. One night in the old house on the hill, I went down to the weird, ugly basement, got ready for bed, and then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do it. And I was ready, and it was actually pretty nice for a few minutes. But then I felt this weird tickle and looked down, and there was a spider. There was this spider on my chest. And it was like a big spider, a big basement spider. It was just on my chest staring right at me. So that was for Maggie, and then for Danny. Did you think about me at all? I don't understand how you could do that to me. How can you claim to love and care for me and then do that to me? I mean, you slept with him last night on your couch with me in the next room, and you didn't think of me for even a second. And when you told me about it, you clearly weren't thinking about my feelings either, but I would never cheat on you, and you know that. I honor myself and I honor my commitments. Cal obviously wasn't stellar to begin with. But how am I supposed to just move on from this? How the fuck am I supposed to go into my next relationship with confidence after this? How can I trust you won't sleep with them too? Seeing for that one. All right, and for the most awkward date I've ever been on. So this one's a little bit interesting. I went on a date with this girl, and I had just kind of gotten out of like a relationship with this other girl, right? And we weren't seeing each other anymore, but she didn't know that I had asked somebody else out on a date. I mean, we weren't dating, but I didn't want to tell her that I had been talking. That I was talking to somebody else and that we were going on a date. So I went to the movies. We went to the movies. And I think we went and saw The Greatest Showman or something. And the date itself wasn't bad. It was fine. It's afterwards that was really awkward. We walked out of the theater and we're walking down, getting towards the doors to exit. And what do you know? The girl I'd been talking to, my ex, basically walks in with her family right as I'm leaving. So that was very awkward. And she and I are still friends, but she was very angry at me for a long time. And we weren't dating, but I kind of understand her point. But yeah, it was awkward as shit. And her whole family was there too, so that didn't make it any better. And I just kind of walked past her and I was just like, hey, good to see you. Like, have a good time at the movies. And they ended up seeing the same movie. Wait, they were in the same theater as us. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, they were in the same theater as us. So they weren't walking in, they were walking out, and so we just ran into them. They were in the same theater as us, so that kind of makes it even worse. But yeah, it was very awkward, and yeah, that's probably the most awkward date I've been on because of that. So yeah, have a good one.